So, sometimes they give us 2 points and we find the point in the middle, and that's the midpoint. We've already gone over that. But sometimes they're going to give us one of the endpoints and the midpoint, and they're going to ask us to say, what is the other endpoint? What are the coordinates? So, here we go. How do we do that? So it says, given M is the midpoint of CD, if the coordinates of C are -1, 3, so I'm going to go ahead and graph that. So -1, 3. I put a dot. It was the letter C, so I'm going to put a C on that point. Coordinates of M are 2, -1. Put a dot. Label it M, because it said it was M. What are the coordinates of D? So D is the other endpoint in our question. So they're saying this is the middle, where's the other endpoint? So here are our steps. Plot the endpoint and midpoint, check. Label the endpoint M, check. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the slope, aka I'm going to count from C to M to figure out how do you get from C to M? So here we go. I'm counting. Start here. Start. Oh, good Lord. Starting there. Okay, so I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I went 4 down. And then I went 1, 2, 3 to the right. Okay. So that was the slope. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I just did, 4 down and 3 right, but I'm going to start at M this time. So 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I go 3, 1, 2, 3, and that is where my new point is. Okay, so I'm going to label it D because it said that was the other endpoint. And what are the coordinates of this point? Are at +5, -5. Okay? So it's just like when we're graphing a line and we start at the y-intercept and we count to the first point. To get another point, you count again. That's the same thing we just did. So this is my answer. Let's do another one. So, given M is the midpoint of GH, if the coordinates of H are 0, -3, and the coordinates of M are -2, +1, what are the coordinates of G? So I am plotting my points that they gave me. So 0, -3 is down here, and that was letter H. -2, +1 is right there. That's the midpoint. What are the coordinates of G? So which point am I going to start at? I'm going to start at H because I got to go towards the midpoint. I never start at the midpoint. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 1, 2 to the left. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing from M. I'm going to count the same pattern again. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. 1, 2 to the left. That's where my point is. What letter is it? G. And what are the coordinates up there? Are -4, 5. So this is my answer. Okay. If you need to, watch it again. Otherwise, pick back up on the formative.